On this episode of Salt and Siren, things get exciting. Sir Salt finds himself in plenty of uncomfortable situations, and I paint, like on repeat. So this is how it begins. Todd gets off of work early in the morning, and we pack up. Since we're part-time Liveaboards, we have to pack everything, and we run a couple of errands on our way up to Chicago. Let's make out.
Easy time's over.
So once we got to Chicago, this time around, we went to the hardware store to pick up things that we knew that we were going to need for all of our weekend projects. They were countless, by the way. But before the work began, we invited our friend Chris, Floyd, and Liz over to just enjoy some time on the boat, let them see it, let Floyd run around crazy like, enjoy the fireworks off of Navy Pier, and just have a good time before we really started getting into it. You see this? A lot of work going down right now. A lot of work.
So it's a calm day. We're probably going to work on the boat again today. We've got an air conditioning unit that's the original, I think, or a version of the original one that's in the original place, which is under the bow section that was abandoned in place, and the new one was installed in our pantry for convenience, I think. And it's just
not very convenient.
It's taking up pantry space, obviously.
We bought a lot of polishing compounds and things like that as well that I think we'll test out and see how they do on some of the chrome or stainless kind of finishes and things like that.
So everything seems to be working on the boat.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Considering it's older than either one of us.
Mm-hmm. It's 50 years.
This is our 50th birthday. I think we're going to rename her for her 50th birthday.
I think so. Our friends are on board for drinking wine and making ourselves look foolish on a boat, so we'll have to figure out that ceremony and make sure the gods don't sink us.
Yes.
We do get a lot of things done, I promise. But it seems like our mornings are usually wrapped up sitting in our upper salon area, just enjoying the view. But then there's this. The infamous AC unit that was in my pantry. And this here, down below, is the old AC unit that we had to take out. So this was the old AC panel that was used for the old unit, which obviously wasn't working, but we did reuse it. And good work, sir. Nice work.
So here I am. Alright, so this is kind of what's going on. We got the tool helper right there. And we're down here in the bow, the belly of the boat, the bowels of the bow, and we're trying to figure out what the heck is going on. We just took out the air conditioning compressor system and the compressor unit, and we've got figuring out what's going on here. So this through hole right here, the seacock on the end of it, is the fresh water for the HVAC. Comes up into this pump, comes out of this pump in this line, this one here, and that goes up to the unit that's currently sitting in the pantry. And then its discharge line uses fresh water to cool it for the heat transfer for the coil. So this is the discharge side. It comes out and goes, as was verified by Janae, through this line. You just kind of bury it. Where'd it go? There. This one here. One next to it we're still figuring out. It's a line I think that's coming from the bathroom. I think it's a sink discharge. Currently it's full of this cruddy water, but both of those go through the hole over here. And these two lines, got a light on it. So these two lines here, this copper line, actually three, that line and that line, these all, and a cable I already pulled out, which was for the thermostat, are going to come out. So once we pull all this out, we should have all of the old stuff out. Then I can go up in the top and take the coil out of the wall, and we'll have a good place to run our ductwork supply and return, which will come from the unit we're going to relocate. So that's kind of what's going on. I don't know if you can see me or not, but that's kind of what's going on.
So this is the unit that was actually in my pantry, and we did get it taken out and then replaced back into the build where it probably should be, and it was a job. And it wasn't fun on some occasions, but luckily I hooked up with an engineer.
If I can see, if I can roll the stops.
So we did get it all done and got the venting moved. That was about all we did over that couple of days. We went home and we gathered ourselves to come back for more punishment.
This is a special hat that was given to me by a special shipmate.
Some of us are still wearing a gifted tank top too.
The reason I still have it on is because it's so small I can't get it off. I'm gonna blow up my shoulder trying to pull it over my head. All right, so we got a long weekend ahead of us.
Because last Sunday wasn't long enough.
Right.
Oh my god, that was the longest day ever. That was really a hard project. And it was hard for you. I was just the first mate. It was
hard for us.
I'm gonna paint. That's my job. I'm gonna start painting inside, getting
There's
things freshened up.
Yeah, off
Yeah.
whites. We're gonna go white. That's where we're at. So we might try to, if it's not too crowded during the rest of the week, we may try to take the boat out and start doing some docking and undocking. Got to get to
without bow thrusters. I see all these people in here, their little fancy boats, which are beautiful boats, but they have their bow thrusters, and I'm like, psh, cheating. Go back to your hole.
Going back into my hole.
You don't fit that well in that hole. Meanwhile, I am painting with a little tiny brush.
So I learned a lot in this painting episode. And while I've painted a lot of rooms, and I didn't work for 3 solid days because it was kind of hit and miss, but it did take me a lot longer than I suspected because of all of the cut-in. There's just not a lot of big surfaces like this to roll, and so I ended up having to do a lot of brush painting that I wasn't anticipating. But it's done.
Nice tank top.
I wish it was the 80s right now. Because you know what? This air conditioner would be working a lot better in 1980.
We did make it off the boat a couple of times, but it was really just to get supplies. I'm seeing this reoccurring thing now.
Do y'all know how many screws we have on our boat, but we don't have the right ones? Apparently.
Good.
Here, take a picture of me. Look at my little toy.
I'm really tired, that's why it's so funny.
I mean, where does stuff go? I can't even. It's about the size of my butthole.
Why?
I found our flag clip. So I get to pick a flag and you get to pick a flag to put on our mast.
Seems like I have one choice.
Alright, so this episode is getting a little epic too long. I promise next time on Salt and Siren, you'll see us venture into the city more. We'll show you why we're drilling holes in our boat, and I promise we'll take you out on the water. Oh, and we always forget to mention, but we do have a Patreon account. If you'd like to contribute, I'm going to link that up below. Thanks again for watching. You guys rock. See you next time.